Have you ever been told by somebody that you were something that you knew you were not? Maybe you were called dumb, but you knew you were smart. This is how transgender kids feel all the time. Today, I'm going to argue that parents should allow their kids to fully transition and have the surgery. I have three main arguments to back this up. Bullying might stop if they complete their transformation. It might stop them from feeling ostracized, and it might stop them from feeling depressed. Starting off with my first point, bullying might stop if they fully complete the transition. From inside HBO's Transhood, which follows 4 transgender kids over 5 critical years, Soyan Haynes states, before the age of 12, he was severely bullied in school for having long hair and wearing clothes typically marketed for boys. This is talking about a transgender kid named Jay. He is now an adult, but is talking about his childhood and how he was bullied for looking like a girl, but wearing boys' clothes. Why, if he completed the transition, it would have stopped the bullying. He would have just been another boy. In the article, Teachers on the Front Lines of Making the School Safe for Transgender Kids, Madeline Wells states, a 2012 study by GLSEN found that nearly 84% of transgender kids experience bullying or harassment at school. This is a crazy number. This is just astronomical. This leads into my second point. Not being able to complete the transition, it ostracizes them. In the article, debate is growing about how to meet the urgent needs of transgender kids. Francine Russo states, later did he not understand why he was told not to play football, soccer, and kickball with the boys. Can you imagine what this feels like? Can you just put yourself in the kid's shoes? He sees his peers and he's not allowed to play with them. Can you imagine what that feels like, especially when it only seems to happen to you? This leads into my third point. These two things, not being bullied and being ostracized, this can lead to depression, which could be stopped if they completed the transition. In the article, debate is growing about how to meet the urgent needs of transgender kids. Francine Russo states, I was at war with myself, he says, and I struggled with depression. I picked at my skin and cut myself on my arms and shoulders and legs to distract myself. Can you imagine if your only escape, your only way to feel somewhat okay was to cut yourself? I just can't imagine what these kids are going through. It hurts my heart. The common counter-argument to this is that they do not know what they're talking about, that they're just kids, that they're just pretending. However, a trans youth project study conducted by Stony Brook University, talked about in USA Today magazine, states, transgender kids are reportedly authentic, deep-rooted gender variants. They really are experiencing a gender identity similar to that of their peers. They do not seem to be pretending or confused, and they do seem to have a clear understanding of what gender identity means. I ask you to tell your friends and your family and look around in your community for people struggling with gender identity, especially kids, and care for them. It just might change their kid's life.